Viduran, who had recently arrived in the village of Kilambadi, leased 2 acres of land and engaged in farming. He had also bought 4 cows and started a milk business. Within 4 months of coming to that village, his daughter got admission to the best college in Pattinam for further studies. Viduran's long-standing desire is to ensure that his daughter studies well and lives a life with a prestigious position. However, when there was a shortfall of 20,000 rupees for his daughter's college expenses, he wondered how to arrange the money. Viduran didn't own any land for farming. The land he was farming was taken on lease. Therefore, he couldn't take a loan by mortgaging the land. Moreover, he was unwilling to take a loan against his cows. In this situation, if he thought of asking anyone he knew in the village for a loan, he realized that since he was new to the village, no one would trust him enough to lend him money. Therefore, he went to his distant relative, elder brother Velan, who lived in the house next door, and explained his situation. He said, "I understand your situation, but I don't have any money to lend you right now. If your daughter is lucky destined to study, there is a very wealthy woman in this village named Sarsa Madam. Moreover, she continuously lends money for interest. However, that woman will only lend money if she owns land in this village, and even then, it is with high interest. Also, she is a selfish person who will be severely scolded if she is late in paying the interest. If you wish, go and ask that woman," he said. With hesitation, Viduran to ask for a loan and went to Sarsa's house. There, she was speaking to her father in this manner, "Dad, because there is no school in our village, the children have to walk a long distance to the neighboring village to study." Therefore, they were discussing the need to make some effort to start a school in our village. Hearing Sarsa speak with such social concern, Viduran thought, "This woman seems to be very kind, but I wonder why my elder brother Velan spoke negatively about her," and with that thought, he went and stood in front of her. Sarsa looked at Viduran and said, "Who is standing there? Aren't you Viduran, who has newly come to this village? Come on, what's the matter?" she asked earnestly. He hesitated and replied, "Yes, I am Viduran, who has newly come to this village. It was my brother, who lives next door, who spoke highly of you and sent me here. He said, 20,000 rupees is reduced in the cost of my daughter's higher education. So, I have come here to ask you for a loan." Upon hearing this, Sarsa immediately said, "I have set some conditions for myself to give loan, and I only lend money to those who own land in this village. Please don't think of me wrongly for saying this. It is indeed right for you to ask for a loan for education. If I lend money for education, I too will gain merit. But I cannot lend you money by violating the conditions I have set for myself. I deeply regret that I cannot provide money for your daughter's higher education," she said. Upon hearing this, Viduran replied, "It's okay, madam, I will leave," and then departed. However, at Viduran's house, his elder brother Velan was waiting for his arrival. When Viduran entered, he greeted him happily, saying, "Come in, brother." "I'm coming, brother. I've come here to give you some good news," he said. "Unexpectedly, I made a large profit from the business I did. Therefore, here is 20,000 rupees, keep it for your daughter's higher education," said Velan. Viduran, agreeing, happily took the money. The next day, Viduran went to the market to buy the necessary items and clothes to send his daughter to college. In the market, Sarsa Madam, seeing him, came to Viduran and said, "Are you buying the items and clothes needed to send her to college? I am very happy to see this. God will never abandon good people." She said, "No matter how good you are, I feel very sad that I am unable to lend you any money to help." Later, after admitting his daughter to college, Viduran went to the temple to thank God. There, Sarsa Madam, who was already there, came near him as soon as she saw him and said, "Is your daughter studying well in college? It is because of your good heart that God is helping you through someone. But thinking that I was unable to lend you any money to help, I feel very sad," she said, lamenting. Viduran replied, "It is your sadness that troubles me the most. I have already forgotten all of that. I am leaving now." After a few years, Viduran, through the income from his hard work, acquired an own agricultural land and built a good house. His daughter completed her studies and returned home with a good job. To celebrate this, Viduran arranged a feast for the villagers. Sarsa Madam also attended the feast. There, she said, "Viduran, I came to your feast only because you invited me. It is because of your good heart that your daughter has studied well and returned with a good job. However, I feel very sorrowful that I was unable to lend you any money to help." At that moment, Velan, who was passing by, called Viduran and asked, "What was Sarsa Madam saying to you?" Viduran replied, "Since I asked her for a loan, wherever she meets me, she keeps saying with regret, 'I feel sad that I am unable to give you any money.' It is her complaining like this that is very troubling for me, brother. I don't know how many more days I will have to listen to her talk," said Viduran. "Forget about that. I came to you to tell you something important. In this feast, hundreds of people have still not eaten. However, it seems like the food might run out soon. Therefore, when I asked the cook to prepare more, he said they would only cook again if I immediately gave 30,000 rupees as a salary. I called you to tell you this." In response, Viduran said, "Oh no, I don't even have 30,000 rupees right now. There will be a delay in food serving the guests, and so the people who have come will leave without eating. I don't know what to do, brother." Velan replied, "Why are you worrying? Since Sarsa Madam has been feeling regretful and complaining that she couldn't lend you any money from the beginning, just ask her for a loan. Now that you have bought land and your own house in this village, and not only that, she knows you well now, doesn't she? So, ask her for those 30,000 rupees as a loan. Without any hesitation, she will give you the money with joy." As soon as he gives you the money, Sarsa Madam, who was listening to Velan say that the pain in his heart from not being able to lend you the money would be relieved, asked, "What is this? Are they going to come back to me again, asking for a loan?" Just when she was thinking that we should somehow escape from here before they come to me, Viduran came and stood beside her. Sarsa said, "I will go for an urgent task and come back," and quickly went out. Seeing this, Viduran asked Velan, "Where is that woman going?" In response, Velan, his elder brother, immediately said, "Vidura, from now on, she will no longer come near you. Therefore, you no longer have to patiently listen to her regretful laments. She will ignore you and leave whenever she sees you from now on." "That's fine, but what should I do about the money I need to give to the cook now?" asked Viduran. In response, his elder brother said, "Oh Vidura, the money I need to give to the cook is actually the result of the drama I staged to chase that woman away." "Is that so?" "So, that Sarsa Madam is just a demagogue," said Vidura, laughing. The villagers who were aware of this event understood that no one gains anything from demagogues.